Robert Wilkinson, a -190 favorite against Thiago Santos. Remember, Wilkinson last year, 4 fights, 4 finishes. Not a single one of them went the distance. 2 second-round finishes, 2 first-round finishes for those keeping track at home. Sean O'Connell here beside the PFL Smart Cage, the legendary Randy Couture, the equally legendary Kenny Florian. The PFL regular season is back. And Kenny, this is the toughest test in combat sports because you certainly need to get a win tonight, but it's not just about tonight because you got a second regular season bout and then a playoff bout. You're trying to earn yourself an opportunity for 4 bouts in less than 8 months.
That's right. You know, you're talking about having 4 fights against elite competition around 8 months or less. That's just insane. You know, you have to be able to manage all your injuries, manage your training camps properly, and then hope that you get through safely, you know, really without, having any hiccups. So it is the biggest challenge in sports, in my opinion.
And Randy, 3 guys on the card tonight have done it successfully in the past. Mawlid Habibulayev in 2021, Brendan Loughnane and Rob Wilkinson in 2022. Is there an advantage to being the returning champion? You know what it takes to win 4 and go home with $1 million check.
I'm not sure if there's an advantage. I think we're seeing a guy like Rob Wilkinson and Brendan Loughnane that are really coming into their prime right now. Can they repeat that? Only 4 athletes have done that in the PFL, repeated, done it back to back. Man, it's a real question, tough challenge. To put this in perspective, the busiest I was ever in my entire career was 3 fights in 1 year. These guys are doing 4 fights in 6 to 7 months. It's a lot. It's a lot to manage, and that's what makes it so tough and so special.
I would never flex on somebody like Randy Couture, but I did 5. I did 5 fights in 8 months when I won my championship. 2 of those in one night. I'm just saying. All right, let's talk about the main event tonight. Brendan Loughnane versus Marlon Moraes. Randy, Brendan Loughnane, he got rid of all the holes in his game, or so it looked like when he showed up last year. What do you expect from him in 2023?
Well, this is an amazing kid, and I really believe he's coming into his prime. He's as good as any 145-pounder in the world right now. Look at his journey. In 2021, he lost in the semifinals to Mawlid Habibulayev. He went and sought those Dagestanis out to shore up his wrestling. It showed here against Bubba Jenkins in his championship run last season. He is on fire.
And his opponent, Marlon Moraes, he's a legend, Kenny.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to beat someone like Loughnane, you need to have experience. And Marlon Moraes absolutely has that as the World Series fighting world champion. Also has a win over the current UFC champion at 135 pounds. Has a knockout win over Aljamain Sterling. Also has a win over Jose Aldo, one of the best to ever do it. So this is a guy that when he puts it together is capable of beating anyone in the world today.
And look, Brendan Loughnane is a big-time favorite in that fight, so Marlon Moraes going to look to get back to his winning ways. That is a tough main event for both fighters. Let's talk about the co-main 205-pounders. You know I love talking about the light heavyweights. Razor Rob Wilkinson, Kenny, he's only 31 years of age, and as Randy said, really rounding into his prime.
Yeah, that's right, and he continues to get better. This is a guy who is a true martial artist, in my opinion. Also a fighter. He loves to get right in your face, and he wants to finish you. That's what he wants to do here against Santos. He's a guy that, you know, is not just confident, but he's an amazing fighter as well. He's extremely strong. He's big for the weight class, and he can do it all, whether it's on the ground or on the feet. And more than anything else, he wants to prove himself as one of the best 205.
Find a way to knock you out and take you out of a match. That's what this guy brings to the table.
The 4th man on our broadcast crew tonight, Brett Okamoto, the ESPN MMA insider, has some more on Razor Rob Wilkinson. Brett?
Yeah, thanks, Sean. I mean, you guys are talking about one of my favorite fights of the evening. Rob Wilkinson, I don't think I'm stepping out on a limb here. He was the single most impressive guy in the PFL last year for me. I mean, you talk about those finishes and the fact that he's come up from the middleweight weight class, and he's talking about, man, I want to see a number next to my name. I want to be in these world rankings. I want to be considered one of the best in the world to do it. He just doesn't have the track record so far at light heavyweight. He's new to this weight class. But now he's got an opponent, Thiago Santos. We know what Santos has done. He's been here. He has fought the likes of John Jones in the UFC, taken him to, really the brink of defeat. So I think Rob Wilkinson this is a special night for him. This is a special season. Hey, he claimed the $1 million. Now he really wants to solidify himself as one of the best in the world. Tonight, in the first fight of this season, he's got a chance to do so. So I know he's excited about it, guys.
Well, look, watching those fights is enough, but some people like to make it a little bit more interesting by placing a wager or two, and there's some unmanageable numbers for beginners on our main card. So we bring in betting expert to help guide us through this situation. Jonathan Coachman, Ian Parker, the absolute best in the business. Fellas, take it away.
Sean, it is great to be back. Year number 3 for me and Ian Parker here at the PFL. And I was thinking to myself, what's better than 2 defending $1 million champions on night 1 of the PFL? It's cashing tickets on 2 of the defending champions in the PFL. So, Ian Parker, let's start with that co-main event. Razor Rob Wilkinson, his last 5 results, well, we're starting to get a theme here. Win, 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 KO or TKO, and you better not leave your television set because his fights last less than 6 minutes. He's never gone into the 3rd round in those 5 fights. But here at the PFL, we feel comfortable giving out a straight pick that's less than minus 200. So with that being said, Ian, give us your first pick of the PFL regular season.
Coach, happy to be back. We are going with last season champ Razor Rob Wilkinson. First off, the pressure that he brings to someone in general is enough. Thiago Santos tends to fight off his back foot. He's gotten hesitant since he's had 2 knee surgeries. 3 out of his last 5 he lost by decision. Those other 2, he was finished. Wilkinson's got the ground game to back it up. I'm going with last season's champ at minus 175. I would play it all the way up to minus 190. Give me Razor Rob Wilkinson here, Coach. Let's go.
And you heard what Brett said. He wants to be ranked in the world, and tonight a step in that direction. Now let's go to the main event, because Brendan Loughnane said in 2022 he was the best featherweight in the world, certainly in the PFL. He went out and proved it, but now he's got to do it again. But his odds are so high we can't play that. Ian, bring it down for me.
Coach, happy to do it. We saw Brendan Loughnane in peak Brendan Loughnane form against Bubba Jenkins. And I think we get the same one here tonight. He is fighting someone in Marlon Moraes. 6 of his last 7 fights lost by KO or TKO. I think that happens again tonight. Loughtnane's pressure, the footwork, his stellar takedown defense. He's going to put away Moraes. You can either take him minus 190 by finish. I'm going to go minus 175 by KO or TKO. Coach, let's cash out another champ from last season.
We're just getting started. We got more best bets on the main card. We got a cross-card parlay. We got picks from the early card. Oh, we are prepared. But let's send it back now to the voice of the PFL, not only in the States, but in Europe as well. Sean O'Connell, back to you.
Yes, I'm a global brand these days, fellas. All right, before we move on from this main card, I want to know what else has caught the fancy of 2 mixed martial arts legends like Randy Couture and Kenny Florian. It's not just about the returning champions necessarily, Kenny, so which one of these other fights really caught your eye?
For me, it's Chris Wade and Bubba Jenkins. You know, there's one Kenny out there that just wants to see a good technical fight of guys that are going to move forward, and we have that with those guys, but there's another Kenny that just likes a good rivalry when 2 guys just don't like each other, because that always leads to juicy results. Both these guys, we have a history. They do not like each other. They've tried to go at it many times outside of the cage, and we're going to see them go at it again tonight, and they have unfinished business for sure.
One Kenny's enough, okay?
I'm a Gemini. Sorry.
Just bring the one Kenny.
Deal with it.
With you. Randy, same question for you. What else besides the champs?
Well, it's still about the champs in my mind. The 2021 champ, Movlid Khaybulaev, coming off of a year off, had an eye surgery. So is there going to be some ring rust? Trains at that Nurmagomedov camp. These Dagestanis he's got great wrestling pressure. His hands are solid. His knees and feet are solid. He's a typical Dagestani that's going to come and bring it. I don't think we're going to see any ring rust. This guy's going to be sharp and ready to go tonight.
You can see Movlid Khaybulaev really has a complete skill set. I mean, there are no holes in that man's game. You know what? Let's take a look at some more from the killer, Movlid Khaybulaev.
More left hands from Movlid. He's got the handcuff on the right arm of Brendan Loughnane. Well, this is a finishing position.
I know Movlid, I think, more than 14 years. He support when I have fight, I support when he have fight. We push each other and we improve together. He's grew up like wrestler, you know, and now last couple years he becomes striker.
Flying knee again, Harrison hurt. Harrison's in trouble. Is in big trouble.
He have one of the best knockout of all time in MMA, like this jumping knee.
Oh, huge knee.
I am very proud of how he improved himself past couple years. with the PFL, he grew up very, very good.
Oh, big shot.
No one has been able to win a round against this guy.
The PFL Featherweight World Champion.
When you've got a guy like Khabib talking about you and your skill set, I mean, the credentials of that whole school are really above reproach. And Waleed Khaibulaev, much like Khabib, not a single loss on his professional mixed martial arts record. All right, so for more betting advice, I just can't get enough of them. Let's get back out to our experts, Jonathan Coachman and Ian Parker.
Guess what, Sean? You're not the only one. But we've got a lot more to get to on the main card, Ian, and there's nothing better, at least to me, when you got two fighters that simply do not like each other. Chris Wade on one side, Bubba Jenkins on the other. Talk to me.
Well, I'm going to appease both of Kenny Florian's personalities here with this play. You know, you do have two guys that are rivals that want to go in there and hurt each other at the same time. I think this fight's going bell to bell, Coach. I think it's going to go over 2.5. I think it's going the distance. So of the two, I'm going to go at minus 250. Now, we don't like to go above minus 200. So for that, I would put that in a leg of your parlay. I think it's a safe play right there.
For those people brand new to the PFL, you got to understand, that may not be the best thing. You could have fighters win 2 fights and not make it into the playoffs. But we've got to move on to the next fight. You talk about the killer. Let's remind you visually what this man is truly all about. 2 years ago, he took down the $1 million title. Last year, he was out with an injury. He's never tasted defeat, ever. And he's a protege of one of the greats of all time. So I think tonight, Ian, this fight could really set the standard and set the stage for how the featherweight division is going to look in 2023. He's a heavy favorite, though. What do you got?
I think his grapple-heavy approach is going to be the way to go here. His opponent's got really good striking, very powerful. We saw it against Brendan Loughnane last season. However, in the last 4 fights, the killer, Khaibulaev, has gone to a decision, and 2 out of 4 for his opponent, Nkudo, has gone to a decision. So, Coach, we're going over 1.5 rounds here, and that's where I'm going to go. At minus 200, that's as high as I would go. I think it's a safe play. I think Khaibulaev is going to take his time, get back into the cage, and just establish dominance. He's going to do it over 3 rounds.
I like it, but that's featherweights. Let's go back to the light heavyweights. Will Fleury, Christoph Jatko. Now, this one, when you look at the odds, a little closer, but still over minus 200, and that's the number that we like. What do you like in this fight?
Well, look, you got a guy in Fleury who carries tremendous power, but then you got someone in Jatko who has fought higher-level competition across the board. I think he's got more ways to win. Both guys very durable. Give me Jatko by decision.
Ian Parker will be here throughout the entire night, kind of keeping you honest and giving you his edges and his leans. But right now, Sean, we're going to send it back to you, but still to come, early card picks and a cross-card parlay.
We'll hear from the betting experts again in just a minute here. That incredible main card, a bunch of fights, all leading up to a main event featuring the 2022 featherweight champion, Brendan Loughnane.
Fighting out of Manchester, England, Brendan Loughnane.
But I come from a real gritty place in Manchester where it's fighting and it's pure fighting.
Combination unloading here from Brendan Loughnane.
Brendan Loughnane puts Shannon Moraes down 6 points.
Loughnane with a sharp right hand. It's a beautiful combination. Brendan Loughnane.
The PFL Featherweight World Championship.
Oh, big right hand. That hurt him.
Good right hand. Bubba stumbled. Loughnane jumps on for the kill and pounds away with the right hand. He lands a knee and that's it. Brendan Loughnane, 2022 PFL Featherweight Champion.
bass, let the bass kick. Let the bass, let the bass. Let the bass kick.
When I hear a certain sound, it takes me to a certain place. I can feel that calm come over me. It puts me in the zone. For every single event, I've had the same exact playlist and the same exact mantra. This is my day. This is my purpose. Listening to those songs, saying my mantra to myself is a positive affirmation that this is where I belong. 1 minute at a time, one move at a time, one breath at a time. My mindset and my heart are second to none, and that makes me believe in myself.
Get ready. In the Air Force Reserve, you have the freedom to find your own meaning of success. The freedom to build your future on your own time. Career for yourself, career for your country. If all you want is everything, you might just get it. When you're ready, so are we.
Welcome back to the PFL 1 pre-fight show. There's a look just outside. Beautiful Las Vegas. It's a sunny day. But we're not outside right now. We're at the theater at Virgin Hotel because we have PFL regular season action right here tonight. The pursuit of $1 million, the toughest test in mixed martial arts, begins right here. Here's how the PFL regular season works. Just in case you're not familiar, we've got 10 fighters in each weight class. We have 6 different weight classes. Each fighter gets 2 regular season bouts. In those bouts, you will earn 3 points for a win, bonus points if you can get a finish in any round. The top 4 fighters in each division on points make the playoffs, and if you can fight your way through those playoffs, a $1 million championship and a beautiful gold belt. And here's where it starts tonight. This is the main card beginning at 9 Eastern. On ESPN, ESPN Plus, and ESPN Deportes. Take another look at those odds, some big-time numbers. Ian Parker, our betting expert, already helped you manage some of those, get those down into a place where you can actually play. But just under about 10 minutes from now, we have fights on our early card, 6 Eastern, right here on ESPN Plus. We've got 5 league fights and a showcase bout as well. Light heavyweights and featherweights all trying to earn points in a spot in the playoffs. You can see the odds there. Impuka Sanganai is a favorite, coming off a Challenger Series victory. Look at the minus 560 next to Josh Silveira. All right, Randy, we just saw that lineup on the early card. A bout that you're looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to Josh Silveira. Here's a young man who I'm very familiar with his father. Conan Silveira is a legend in our sport. Been on cards with him. Josh did a great job last season, made it to the semifinals where he ran into his teammate and learned a ton, great skills. His wrestling, his grappling, he's got a wrestling background in college as well, so he's got a lot, and I think he learned a ton last season that is going to help him make a run at a championship this season.
Only 1 loss so far on Silveira's record, just getting started in his elite mixed martial arts career. Kenny, same question for you. Is there a fight on the early card that you're really looking forward to?
Yeah, absolutely. Gabriel Braga is my fighter to watch. He's a guy, actually, I trained with his dad way back in the day. So Randy and I are really showing our age. I used to train with your dad back in the day. But Braga is one of those guys. He never took a step backwards when we saw him in the PFL Challenger Series. And man, he had skills everywhere, on the feet, on the ground, and he was absolutely relentless. His pacing, his pressure, that's going to be a great one against Pinedo.
And by the way, Gabriel Braga came here to weigh in as an alternate. Found out yesterday, 24 hours, less than 24 hours before he has to step in and try and earn points and fight, found out you're good, you're ready to go. He's very excited about the opportunity. I showed you some of the numbers. I showed you the odds on our early card. Some of those are just not manageable. But we have betting experts, once again, that will make them so. Jonathan Coachman, Ian Parker, teach us.
And Sean, have no fear. We are here. And Ian Parker in our featured bout on the early card. We have a man who's very disappointed he didn't make the playoffs a year ago, Martin Hamlet, but he's taking on a newer rival. 2-fight winning streak for Mr. Fakhraddin. Been practicing it for days. Nailed it. But how are you going to nail this fight?
You did nail it, Coach. It's still funny, but you got it. You know what? Martin Hamlet, to me, this is the right style matchup for him. Muhammad Fakhreddin, he is going to want to sprawl and brawl. He's going to throw crazy hooks. But Hamlet's got that Greco-Roman, and his stand-up has gotten better. I like Martin Hamlet to get it done. His cardio is definitely improved. Give me Hamlet to wrestle his way to victory here.
Yeah, we don't mind that number at -180, certainly though -200. Now, the guy that Randy just talked about, Silveira taking on Sam K. Talk to me.
Silveira is a name to watch. I like what all the guys said. You know, last season, first time man, he lost to his teammate Akhmedov. Not someone too bad to lose to. Akhmedov made it to the finals. Silveira here should get it done, in my opinion, by submission or decision. If you don't have a chance to play at your book for a double method of victory, I would go by submission at +110. I think he takes the back and gets it done.
All right, very, very good. Now, what has kind of become your specialty, Ian Parker, here at the PFL is the first fight of the night. Corey Hendricks, now last year didn't end the way that he wanted to, but tonight, a big-time matchup. He's the underdog. Talk to me a little bit about the favorite, too.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised here he's the underdog. I think Impa's name carries a little bit of popularity amongst the MMA crowd and the community. But you know what? In the Challenger Series, it took him a little bit of time to land. Hendricks has fought some really strong competition. We saw the first time against Martin Hamlet. He's kind of played spoiler here in the PFL, and I think he does it again. Give me Corey Hendricks at +140. I think his cardio in rounds 2 and 3 is what's going to help him get the win here.
All right, cross-card parlay time. Give me 4 names we're going to put together. Let's go.
We're going to go Delon Monte. This guy is built for the PFL. All 3 fights, win or lose round 1. He's got the power to get it done. We're going to go there. And also, just take a look at the betting big board. Coach, the odds are going to keep dropping. Josh Silveira, this is where we can play him at -610. Odds already coming down. We're going to go with the killer, Habulayev. Welcome back to the PFL. He's going to do us proud. And last but not least, give me Brendan Loughnane, last season's champ, as our anchor. And Coach, that puts us at +103 on 4 big favorites. Let's rock.
All right, we got one more thing to get to. Our bold prediction brought to you by Puncher's Chance. What are you going with tonight?
You know what, Coach? He's already an underdog at +215, but we've seen him in the PFL multiple times. He's fighting someone in Torres who's known for his striking. However, Alejandro Flores has got good footwork. He can brawl, but he also has a sneaky ground game. I'm going to go by submission at +1400 in a scramble. He's got a really good Bravo choke. Could possibly take the back here. Let's go for that bold prediction here at +1400.
Sean, we've done all the work for everybody at home. Now, just drink the water. Let's go. Back to you.
That's why we bring those guys on. The cross-card parlay, and how about the upset pick in the first bout of the night? That's what Ian Parker does. He gives you the picks, and you'll be cashing the checks just a little bit later. I've had a great time talking to you. I really have. But can we get to some fights, please? That's why we're here in Las Vegas. We're going to start with light heavyweight showcase action. We talked about the underdog Corey Hendricks. He's actually looked pretty darn good inside the PFL Smart Cage. Hasn't gone the way he wants it to in terms of getting into the season. He had to beat Martin Hamlet last year to guarantee himself a spot on the light heavyweight roster. Couldn't get that done. He's got a chip on his shoulder, Randy. Do we see that in the cage tonight?
Well, and that was a split decision, and he does have a chip on his shoulder, but he's a very, very skilled, very well-rounded fighter.
And Kenny, Impa Kasanganay, not so long ago, you and I were calling a fight for him on the Challenger Series. Right. Quick turnaround.
Yeah, he's a little bit smaller for a 205-pounder, but he's very good at getting on the inside and utilizing his physical attributes, which is speed and strength. So he needs to use that to get on the inside against Hendricks.
Let's take another look at Impa Kasanganay's Challenger Series opportunity. That's how he got here.
My name is Impa Kasanganay. I'm fighting out of Deerfield Beach, Florida, representing the United States of America and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Coming for that PFL contract and that finish.
The big swing of the right hand for Osama El Saidi. Oh, nice combination there from Impa. Landed a sharp 1-2. And El Saidi in a little bit of trouble here. Impa offers a head kick as Saidi just ran away. Ian Parker. Oh. Impa's taking the back of Osama El Saidi.
And now the striking's taking over. Landed some good shots.
Oh, big hook lands for Impa. Face plants Osama El Saidi. TKO in the first round for Chilobo.
Impa Kasanganay.
Impa Kasanganay, light heavyweight contract winner.
Ladies and gentlemen,
bass, let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Let the bass, let the bass kick.
Next level PFL champion Ray Cooper is always pushing the limits. From training to the cage.
Ray Cooper! Oh my goodness!
His body demands non-stop performance. To prepare and recover, he uses next-level hydrogen water with Quad C. Made for all athletes to come back day after day, round after round. Take your performance and recovery to the next level.
Tonight, the PFL regular season is back. And it's more than just a fight. It's a season.
The time is now.
A million ways, I only need one. A million moments, I only need one. 4 fights in 8 months.
Wow, what a fight!
The toughest test in MMA.
Oh, right hand! My goodness!
It's the featherweights and light heavyweights bringing the heat.
Oh, big shot!
Last season, he went from Manchester, England bad boy to PFL champion.
Big TKO!